Luxury Productions presents Survival of the Fittest podcast, a product for the people, by the people, where dreams go further than bullets. With your hosts, Lucky XL and Mons Logan. Let's go. Yeah.
Man, what's up, you squares? It's your boy, Lucky XL.
Mozzie Baby Mons Logan.
And this is Survival of the Fittest. Hey, generally I don't write things down when I bring people up on the show, but because of his length of experience, achievements, putting in work, getting it out the mud, I had to do this, right? One of 2022 Visionary Award recipients, right? Music artist with albums to his credit like Thug Education 101, I Am Legend, Good Side, Bad Side 2, and The Purge. Co-host of the Straight Drop Uncut podcast with Chilla H, executive producer, writer, actor of the movie Just Like That. Premiering March 6th. If you ain't got your tickets, go get your tickets. DM Bo, DM me. Father, husband, and owner of Karma Cakes Bakery, Chicago's very own Bo Deal.
Yo, what's going on, man? Hey, listening to that intro, man, it make me feel good, man. Make me feel like people really paying attention to a lot of the achievements that I've conquered.
Hey, I want to say this, right? The first time I became aware of you, I was listening to El Hitter. I'm in that truck, and I was like, you know what? I think I may want to go to a concert because that, oh yeah, I had been locked up, and I come home, and that, oh yeah, just did something to me. So I'm pulling in the truck. I'm in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And I seen that night at the ballroom or something, y'all had a show. Just so happened, I got a hotel room at the same hotel when y'all was checking in at the same time. So I walked past, I looked, I said, nigga, that El Hitter? I had on I'm dirty as fuck. So I'm looking like a nigga you might not want to talk to. I walked through to the El Hitter, nigga, what's up? Him and his team, they kind of threw off like, who is this nigga? I'm looking like an old truck. I'm looking like nigga, you know what I mean? El Hill, like, what's up? I'm like, man, fuck with you, man. Oh, yeah, I'm from Chicago. We hug, we embrace. I'm like, man, I said some other shit. He's like, man, you got to talk to Bo. You at the desk handling business. You paying the people, you paying for this shit. You got your hoodie on and shit. You look back, and, I said, nah, I can't fuck with the nigga, right? He on this business. I'm dirty as fuck. But I say, let me find out who Bo Deal is. So I did my research, and that shit took me to Freestyle Friday.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Freestyle Friday. We're going to start there. Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday is really what gave me the buzz through the city. Do you know what I'm saying? I had just came home from the joint. I had just come home from doing almost 4 years in the penitentiary for a drug conspiracy. I came home, realized I wanted to change my life. So I started, we did a little cheap DVD. It was a cheap DVD. I think dude charged us like $100, $150 to film it, called Ghetto Passes. We was going from hood to hood, showing the people how each hood embraced us and show us love. Somehow I ended up in the hands of somebody. My cousin got in the hands of Terrence down at Freestyle Friday. They called us down there. I started killing them New York niggas, you know what I'm saying? And the rest was history.
In that time, man, anybody from the city was doing anything in New York, nigga, the whole city stood up. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. And the joints, I was getting so many calls from the penitentiary like, bro, we know you just left here. I was still on parole. I wasn't even supposed to be in New York. I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if my parole officer catch me, like I tell him, man, what you want me to do? I'm trying to change my life. Or would you rather me be out here hustling or going up inside somebody's house?
Right.
So it was a risk that I took and it paid off.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. Man, so like, you were saying, you did your bid, you came home, you like, I got to change my path. Like, at what point did, rap music become like, man, it's something that I think I could fuck with?
When I was in the penitentiary on that drug conspiracy, I started, and it's crazy because I was watching Freestyle Friday on the, on every Friday.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I could do that. So I just started, I always was writing here and there, but I started taking it serious.
Right.
Going out to the yard and had the joint. So anybody that came to the penitentiary, you ask anybody that was in East Moline during that time, they'll say, man, Bo had the joint. Any rapper that came down there, come to the yard, I shut them down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell yeah.
And I really knew I was on to something when it was guards that would come and be like, man, bro, I don't even listen to rap music. He say, but you got something that stand out. You got something special. Pursue it when you get out. I came home and did it, and it worked out for me. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
crazy.
Like I always say, I ain't get rich doing rap, but I made hundreds of thousands of dollars and good relationships to where it helped me make a whole lot of good money, legal money.
But what we need to ask, did you write? Because I know freestyle, I look at battle rap right now.
Right.
So when it was Freestyle Friday, was you pre-writing that already ahead of time?
No, that was off the top. Like I have certain bars that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna say that. But no, it was off the top. That's why I was able to talk about him, whoever here. I ain't, they don't tell you who gonna be there this day or who gonna, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta go off the top. But I already had like a couple bars here and there, like, okay, I'm gonna hit him with that. But I had to come off the top with the stuff and fill it around some of the things that I already knew that I had for that.
How old were you?
How old was I then?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I was 25. I had just came home from the joint. Like 25. I
Damn.
just came home. 24 or 25.
Because up to that point, I never, like he said before, I didn't know. I thought that was all a New York thing because it was their thing. So to see you on there when I got, I'm like, damn, we was doing that way back then.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I had been on like all them underground battles and all that. And we was doing all that. I was out in New York winning money doing that battling. You know what I'm saying? Then came back to the city and started battling in spots like Parties and George's Music Room. And they'd throw little ciphers there. We'd go there and tear those off too. Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to George's Music Room, man.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Created a lot of legends from that little spot right there, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You remember they used to do the South Side versus the West Side over there at, was it Garfield Park?
Yeah. I ain't never really take part in that, but I knew about them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, you come home, you take on this new path, with your life. Like, what was life like prior to you going in?
Prior to me going in was, your typical nigga in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a little different for me because I always been the chief of whatever I was with. You know what I'm saying? Like I say that to this day. Like anything that I was a part of, I brought value to it. So before we started gang banging, we was called ourselves the Project Boys because we was the only blacks in this one building, and I was the chief of that.
Right.
We went to Double Eyes, I was a chief over that. I went to Mafia Insanes, a chief over that. Go to Killer Clan, that's my thing. RTS, that's my thing. Even before, nobody knew who Venom was, or nobody was rocking Venom, really. You know what I'm saying? Outside the people who had it, I brought value to that. Once I started wearing it, people even started calling, man, you got on that Bo Deal, huh? I brought, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I brought awareness to it. So I always say anything that I touch, I'm going to bring value to it. You know what I'm saying? I always just had that energy from a shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like people always just attracted themselves to me. And I always been a good dude, and I never been a user. I never fucked over none of my people. If anybody went, I went with my people. I was always on the front line with them, so they respected that. Well, a lot of chiefs will fall back and send them and wait on them to come back with the good or bad news. I was right there with them. No, we finna go over here and make that happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you gotta lead by example. You know what I'm saying? So I never sent nobody to do nothing that I wouldn't do.
Yeah, you sound like an older sibling, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I was the oldest sibling too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because you got to set that example. You sometimes you take that spanking on behalf of like, man, I'm the elder, I'm in charge over here, so that's on me. And I see a lot of that in a lot of the moves that you've made. Just even rebranding yourself. So you saying you went from, I was out here in the streets to, man, I had to sit down for a minute. Now I got to re-strategize. So
for sure.
So after you came, off the BET run, you come back to the city, like, what type of love was you getting in?
It was crazy then. It went to a whole nother level because they'll shoot it on Thursday. We come home on Friday. I mean, we come home right after they shoot because I was still on parole. They show it on Friday. So it'll just go off TV and I'm out in the streets. They like, man, homie, I just seen you on.
They thought you
made
it.
Yeah. Hey, so, so it was like they always looked at that like, you killing these guys every week after week. So they put me on a pedestal to where like we rock with you. You the voice for the city. You know what I'm saying?
Was you ready for that?
Yeah, I think I've always been ready for success and ready for you. And then you got to think it changed a lot of people too when you ain't nobody and never had a voice. See, I always been the man in every situation that I was in. So that wasn't nothing different. You know what I'm saying? So I embraced it, but I always said I was going to use my voice to uplift the people. You know what I'm saying? I always give a shout out to Bump J. That's my brother. I love Bump. I formed my clan, the Killer Clan, really off of Bump J Goon Squad. I tell them that all the time. I never take credit. I'm one of them dudes that pay homage. I watched how they move. They go to clubs 50, 100 deep. The only difference was my guys were more militant. You know what I'm saying? So we came in palms up. We wasn't doing all the robbing and all the extra stuff because they knew I wasn't going to tolerate or allow that. But I learned a lot from Bump.
Yeah, shout out Bump, man.
Yeah, shout out Chief.
You know,
That's
we
my
had some
brother.
encounters with him, not in no negative way,
Right.
you know, back in the day. And it really, you know, got me to see what type of man he was, you know, just minor stuff that happened when you out drinking and doing things like that. And, you know, he came over and handled business like a general, like, oh, no, man, you know, pardon body, whatever, you know, man, it's a misunderstanding or whatever. And it's like, you know, when you looking at what you hearing on the streets or you see the records, you just think it's recklessness. But you saw a thinker, you know, you saw someone that's like, took that same approach, like you said, as a general to say, hey, they're going to follow my lead, you know, so I got to show them how to move, even, you know, if I'm not present. So shout out to Bump, you know,
Yeah,
for,
real nigga. That's
you know,
my brother.
yeah, man. And he put a lot of eyes
On
back on the city at that time.
Listen, before the drill era and all that, Bump brought light to the city. After the do or dies and the, you know, all of that, the twisters and the crucial conflict, Bump brought it, and he brought it from, he wasn't doing that type of flow that they was doing. He came with that New York type flow, with bars,
lyricism,
metaphors.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you ain't like it, you had to respect
So
it.
I want to go back because when I met you, you was in the management. I ain't gonna say I met you, but when I first became aware of you, because you didn't know who the hell I was, you was in a management position. You was leading, doing what you've been doing from being in the streets and being chief. So go back to who was around you at the time to shape you. So when you went to the joint, you're 25, you already was leading man. You was already in position to help push a movement. Who was some of the people that was around? So by the time you got that fame or you got notoriety, you was ready for that position. Because see, I think that's what they missing.
You know what? I'm gonna be real, and this just being all the way real. We never, everybody from the building, we talk about that all the time. We didn't have no father figures, or we didn't have nobody to raise us. We raised ourselves. So really, pretty much, I learned how to be a man from the things that my father didn't do for me. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted my kids to look at me like how I viewed him at the time, because we got things straight now. But at that time, so I learned how to be a man from them. And then I also had certain chiefs and certain OGs around that I would listen to who they didn't guide us in the right direction, but they did instill some good in us as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? They put the guns and the drugs in our hands and used us for their financial gain for the most part, but they did teach us about brotherhood.
We'd like to give a special thanks to our sponsor, Playpen Vodka. This premium vodka is gluten and sugar-free, and it's the only vodka that's cold vacuum distilled at temperatures of 50 degrees or below for that smooth and clean finish. Playpen Vodka, pour then play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I learned from that. I learned from like Goog, and even I learned some stuff from KT. I learned some stuff from Jello. I learned a lot of chiefs, like, you know what I'm saying? Being locked up with Angelo, Long Live Low. All the chiefs respected me because I was young. You know, when I had the North Side, I was 17 years old, and we had six decks from Hudson all the way back to Bryn Mawr. And I never smoked. I never drank. I can't even tell you what a drink tastes like. You know what I'm saying? So I was always on my square. Anything that I did, I knew I was doing it. And that's why the chiefs respected me even more. They like, man, if this dude is doing all this with a sober mind and he thinking before he do it, this is a dangerous dude. We need him on the team. So that's pretty much, we pretty much taught ourselves, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to lead by example. So we didn't allow getting high. Like, if you got high back then, we was violating our people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you represent the type of clan that you have. If you got a guy that's ahead of y'all team, that's a robber, you're gonna have a team full of robbers. If you got a guy that's all shooters, you're gonna have a team full of shooters. So I had to think and really be a real leader to where I was able to decipher, okay, these the shooters, they gonna do that. They the hustlers, they gonna get the money. He might not be nothing, but he the funny guy, so he gonna bring all the girls back.
Right,
Everybody got a position to play, and that's how you build a complete team. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew that. So I never tried to put nobody in the car. Like, we get in the car and tell your homies, hey, you know what we're about to do can get us life. So if you ain't prepared to do life, you need to get out this car now. You know what I'm saying? And when you got that mind state, it's a beautiful thing, man. And we created a team that you don't see nowadays because, and this is all documented. I remember being in a house where the police kick in the door and there's 6 guns. They all my guns. But my guys like, hey, 2 of those mine, 2 of those mine, that one mine, that one, and wouldn't let me go down. We had real leadership, a real brotherhood to where they protected the chief. And I would have done the same thing for my chief. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna protect him. This is the breadwinner. This is the one who lead this family. We got to have you out here to make sure that we able to function right and move correctly. You know what I'm saying? I think that's missing in today's world. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely is, man. Because we came up in the day, like you said, where the chiefs, whoever was running, you know what I'm saying, the spots, they identified who was who. Even those as civilians, like, nah, man, you keep going to school, shorty. You know what I'm saying? I know you got parents at home, whatever, they expect you to do whatever. You get home and do that, but you good. You ain't got to worry about nothing on these streets. So, man, I don't know why, when I think of you, bro, I always think of the west side, bro. But I hear you say the north side.
Because his spirit is what, that's what I'm telling you, man. West side is the best side in every city and state you go to, man. They always screaming west side. No knock to the north side. Y'all for sure know. Well, I don't know. If you from north side of the Greens and shit, they motherfuckers was scared to go to the Greens. So
listen, the north side, I've been everywhere. I've never gangbanged more than I did up north. We were surrounded by Latin folks, the only vice lords in this building. We had to fight to get to school. We had to bang it out on the block. We had to, you know what I'm saying? It'd be little pockets. So you might hit the parts where, it looked nice and good, but it don't share it and you get your ass stretched out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but
we never left our blocks. That's the reason too.
Right.
Them little radius blocks, if you was from the west side, if you was doing whatever you was doing, you never left that motherfucker really until you went to high school, and even then you wasn't.
See, everybody think I'm from out west though, because see,
your love for the west side.
I love the west side, don't get me twisted. And my grandmother and them, when they moved from the Greens, they moved out west, so we was always out west. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the mob that we was affiliated with, it come from out west. So,
that's
we was going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Right. So people see me out west and feel that I'm from out west, but no, I was
it ain't a bad thing, Bo.
No, I love the west side. The west side is my, that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So
both these motherfuckers from the south said everything all this shit.
Well, he was born up north. He was born north, so he started up north. You know,
he's from the south side.
But I ain't gonna front though. Being a south sider was crazy though. Like, I've always had love for the west side because, like, my god brother, we 364 days apart, right?
Right.
He's from out west, so he always had me out there, and it was just always love. And I'm gonna go on record and say this right now, as a south sider, I like Uncle Remus better than I like Harold.
You're a smart man. Smart man.
Yeah.
I try and tell people that all the time.
Yeah. I would agree. I definitely would agree.
Yeah, I don't want to eat that Harold's. Harold's make me want to throw up.
Harold's got some spot.
No.
I ain't gonna shit on him. Harold's
you can't because you from out south,
right.
So you can't. They'll probably lynch you.
Right.
But I can. Harold's. Y'all got some bullshit. Except my man Harold's on Madison. Norm, you my man. That's the only Harold's I'm gonna rock with.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Norm, we wouldn't mind you sponsoring the show, sending some food out this way, man, and we'll make sure that people get it. We'll put everything we need to put in the description. Uncle Remus, we mess with you, West Side.
So now I gotta ask you, North Sider, right? And you fly that flag. You do.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? A lot of brothers for the, because again, if you from out west, you from over east, you from out south, you ain't even thinking about the North Side.
Right.
But I gotta ask you this. Cubs or the Sox, bro?
Cubs. I got a Cubs hat tatted on the back of my head.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
man.
You got a Cubs tat?
Cubs hat.
Oh, a hat.
A hat, like tatted on the
Tatted?
back of my my
Chicago
head.
Cubs?
Chicago Cubs. And it say, welcome to Clanville. Yeah.
Oh, but see, that's because it represents something bigger than a Cub.
Yeah, it represents it's the North Side. So the Cubs, Chicago
That's
team.
the first, man. I thought every black man in Chicago was a White Sox fan.
No, I'm a Cubs fan.
Because White Sox was blue collar, it's South Side. Just the Cubs felt like they was better than everybody.
Well, we North Side.
I threw that one out there.
You know what I'm saying?
I go front though, like, my pops and my grandfather, they was Cubs fan. They South Side. They, they live in Cali now. They been out there, pops 30 years, grandparents probably 40, 45 years at the time. But when I think of Chicago, if I'm thinking of baseball, Cubs is always what comes up. Like that is that.
They had who? Mark Grace. They had Ron Sandberg. What was the brother? Andre Dawson.
They
had a squad.
Man, yeah.
They more memorable. They had a squad.
And you're going to have a better time in the
Sammy
Cubs
Sosa,
game.
They had before Sammy turned white.
Yeah. He was nigga pale as fuck that.
Yeah. So how do that translate to music? Coming from an organization, knowing how to put pieces into play, when you got into the music industry, when you met Deb, to go back there and Waka Flocka Flame and all that, did it make it easier for you to navigate that because of what was shaped you prior to?
Yeah, for sure. I knew how to deal with people. You know what I'm saying? I always knew I was a people person too. So I knew that no matter what room you put me in, even how I met Yo Gotti and it's not been nobody that can say that they actually interacted with me and then walked away like, oh man, nigga, fuck nigga. It don't, you know what I'm saying? My energy, I come palms up, always with a smile. I'm gonna greet you as a man. I'm gonna respect you as a man, and I'm never gonna cross you. If I did anybody dirty, they had it coming. They did something to me that crossed me. I never crossed no man. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on, if I say I rock with you, it's real. If I say you my brother, you my real brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I carry it until the only person that could hinder our relationship is you. Because I'm going to be 100. I wake up every morning on the right side of the bed, bro. Because I wake up like I'm blessed. Any day free or above ground is a beautiful day. So I wake up with a smile.
So even with an attitude like that though, you got the music, but then you got the business. Is there anything that you can recall as far as the business side to where that attitude and that frame of mind didn't work because they didn't understand the position and how you was coming?
Yeah, I learned that, and my man Trey the Truth told me this when I used to get upset with certain artists who didn't carry me how I carried them. Because I'm like, dang, he said he was gonna do this, he didn't do it. And he say, man, that's the industry. He say, so if you coming in the industry like expecting everybody to be on real nigga time, it ain't gonna happen because it's fake. And that's when I started seeing like, a lot of money mismanagement and things of that nature. Everybody won 1,000. You know what I'm saying? It's a dirty game. Anytime money is involved, it's gonna always be a problem, which is why I always tell any and everybody, make sure your paperwork is right. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you know what you're signing before you get off into it, because once you get off into it,
It's too late.
it's too late. And then you can't go back and say, hey, I ain't happy here because you signed this on your own. See, the music game and the industry is the only industry in the world that I know, that I've been a part of, that rob you without a gun. You know what I'm saying? And do it with a smile.
Speaking of paperwork, we got you to sign something so we can post this video.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. Yeah.
Cause they're gonna ask me later, why you didn't get both to sign the paperwork? They be on that. I'll be like, man, let's just push. We'll worry about that shit later. They like, nah, you gotta do it.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have but see, that's the thing. When a person ain't on no garbage, they don't mind doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? It's only if I had an ulterior motive or wanted to try and pull something later on down the line where I'm like, I don't know about, nah, sign that and get that. I've done features with people who paid me for features and then they come send the paperwork like, here, go your split. I'm telling you, keep that. You paid me. Whatever you make off that, that's yours. And I got that from like Yo Gotti and Waka and them and all. They never did no paperwork with me. They did features and was like, man, that's yours. Now I could have said, okay, well, sign off on it just in case down. But I real recognize real. So, and they never came. It's been years. Nobody never came back. I done made money off of all the features, off the songs, off iTunes. I still get checks off of for music and everything. And they never did no paperwork, never stopped nothing, never tried to, get nothing took down or nothing, man. So I always spread that same love and get that love back, man. And the people gonna respect you.
That's the West Side in you. Cause that's how I got to say it, because Big Bro should know exactly where I'm going. Cause we had to talk. That's the West Side in you. I'm gonna keep pushing that. I know he'll be like,
it's the
this
real
motherfucker
nigga
here,
in me,
man.
though. It's just the real brother in me. You know what I'm saying? Just being solid. Cause
that's the way I feel too. I swear I do. And we had a talk with my co-host, man, my brother. It only takes maybe one situation to actually change that idea to where now you're afraid to show that love. Already we black. So coming in the door, we have this thing against our own people to where you're not going to trust whether or not we can do what we say we do because of history, prior experiences with one another.
Right.
To where we can't always give that leeway.
Yeah, that's true too. But then I also think that, depending on who you're dealing with, you're like a person who reputation exceeds itself. Like I always, anything that I ever did, you know what I'm saying? Like I helped a lot of guys get deals and put a lot of people in position and connected a lot of dots that I don't get credit for. You know what I'm saying?
But it didn't change. You're going to continue to do what Mo did.
For sure. Because they know, you know what I'm saying? They know.
Yeah, no, that's always the thing though. Like again, your who you represent, who you come to the table as, that's always gonna be big, and that's gonna help you, as you said earlier, like establishing them relationships. That's what's gonna allow you to walk through those doors again and again and get things moving. So just looking at, when you enter, the industry to, what the industry has become now, like what are some of the advantages and disadvantages you see?
The thing I hate the most about the music now is a lot of these people really trying to live the lyrics that they put out there, and they feel like that's the only way to make it, to talk about the life that you live in and about people that you've killed or people that that's died and things of that nature. And it only contribute to more murder and more people being locked up and really not taking advantage of the blessings that's put right in front of them. So that's what I don't like the most. Like Chicago got so much talent, man. If we was all together and united as one, it'd be trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like how me, Bump J, LEP Bogus Boys, JoJo Capone, Global Gangsters, even Crucial Conflict, everybody, all of us, and Crucial Conflict and Do or Die was the wave before us. Then came us and Bump and LEP and all, but we all still together. You know what I'm saying? Then once you got into the new wave, what's going on now, here come the division, and it's showing, man. We losing a lot of brothers, man, who should be taking these opportunities to better their life and, take care of their family and kids and move them out. But instead, they put themselves in the line of fire to where they dying before they even really got a chance to live.
That's real.
That's the segue to my next point and my next question, right? And I'm gonna bring this name up because it's mixed messages. Charleston White, how do we even? But let me say this first, right? Charleston, you already know, nigga, you done fucked up, right? But I want to say it's the mixed messages, the shit that he say and others like him say, and they get a platform to say the shit. It be some profound shit, but then it be some disrespectful, I should kill this nigga shit in the same fucking statement. Talk to me about the mixed message. How do you feel about that shit?
You know what? I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? I blame the platforms who speak on him and give him the platform to voice and say the things that he say. You know what I'm saying? Like we fuel that fire. So we share it 1,000,000 times and put it all out there so the world can see. If people just ignore them and let him be a bug by itself, eventually it'll die down and he'll die off. You know what I'm saying? I think he's mastered the art of
Clout chasing.
clout chasing, inciting riots and things of that nature. Like he know what he doing. He know if I say this gonna get the people to say that. Because you could tell he's intelligent. Like one thing you can't take from him, he's smart, and he really got a lot of game when it come down on to why our people are hurting and going through what we're going through. So I be with him on that part. But my thing is this. If you really truly want to get your message out there, and if you truly about what you say you about, which is not killing your brother, then why post all these guns talking about the brothers you want to kill? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you really can't. How can you explain that? So either you here or you there. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I'm all about saving the people. I really am about saving the people. I be out here, my man, them be out there. We hit the streets. We take care of the kids. We always giving back. You know what I'm saying? And you'll never see me online waving no guns, talking about who I'm gonna kill. I don't even want that type of energy around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on that. Where I am at this point in my life, I want to say to people, the only time that something can happen to you is if my life is endangered and I'm defending myself. And I know I'm gonna be victorious because the man upstairs got me and he know what my heart is. So before I let you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you. But I'm coming palms up and I'm trying to alleviate any beef or any negative situations off top. You know what I'm saying? Even with him, when he did all the talking with me, I played around, put a face on the dummy, and just to have some fun. I just wanted to have a laugh or two, but I didn't take him serious. He all the way in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I don't really enjoy bringing no attention his way because he not on the same thing I'm on. Like he can't outthink me. I got the same smarts that he got. I'm doing the same work in the community, and I beat your ass up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what we talking about? What we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Now let's go back to the work in the community. You know, I seen somewhere that you know you work with you've worked with Metropolitan Family Services. Yeah, can you speak on some of the work you've done with them?
Man, I've helped them. We touch all the violence prevention orgs. Like we help them in whatever ways that they need assistance. Like we assist them. We just out in the community, man, helping the people, bro. You know what I'm saying? We touching the people. And then my own 501c3 non-for-profit, Perfect Vision Empowered, we doing the same thing, man. We touching the people, you know? And we actually out there doing the work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And got support from the hood. And we on, like if we hit this hood today, we gonna hit they so-called op blocks the next week. We showing love all around the board. You know what I'm saying? We let them know no man left behind. Ain't no block gonna be untouched.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we want to show y'all that we all brothers. Because what I see, you know, I hear niggas, oh man, them niggas some hoes or they some, nah, we all the same. I be on every side. They all the same.
Yeah.
You got hoes over there like you got hoes over there, killers over there like killers over there.
Right.
We all the same, man. It's just trying to wake them up to realize that the only people losing in the end is us. You know what I'm saying? Our babies, our mothers. When you die, the hurt and the pain and drama and trauma start right then for your kids and your parents and things of that nature, man.
And we never heal.
Never.
So it's everlasting because we all heal. We all still suffering from some childhood trauma.
That's a fact.
I know I am. But the one thing, go back to his point with the community advocacy that you're doing on Straight Drop Uncut. If y'all ain't seen that, go check that out. But you was doing something with the brothers where you had a campaign against violence or something to where they was signing petitions and what was that about?
We got the 2020 Vision campaign.
2020 Vision, right.
And what we do, we got a lot of support from a lot of artists in the city, a lot of actors. Like we got Mike Epps, we got Bibby, Herbo, we had Dirk, FBG Duck, Long Live Duck. We had Rico Ray. A lot of artists support that movement.
Right.
And what we try, that movement is pretty much a harm reduction strategy. So we have like rules of engagement.
Right.
Say rules of engagement. We don't want no black man killing each other at all. We're against that. But if that's what you're gonna do, I understand violence been here before I was born, since the beginning of time. And it probably ain't gonna never go nowhere. Keep that war with who you got that war with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you gap coverage, give a pass. If you see your op with his kids or something, give him a pass. Catch him again. If you really out there sliding, you'll catch him again without his kids. Why put his kids or his mama or somebody who ain't got nothing to do with your war in jeopardy? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Man, no half-court shooting. Like, don't shoot from up the block.
Right.
If you're a real hitter and you really want to get your man, get up on him and get your man.
Right.
Why you shooting from down here so bullets go through windows and hitting innocent kids who playing in their house where they should be safe? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But die by the hands of, man, it's a lot, man. So we try and try and reduce as many senseless killings as possible. You know what I'm saying?
And that all of that guidance and that leadership, man, that goes all across the board, you know, when it comes to, you know, just being the elders that we are now, the OGs or that we are, you know, and we don't realize, like, whether it's from the street level to this entertainment thing, that, man, these are shorties who, a lot of them grew up like us, you know, without that father in a home or whatever, and they don't really have like that strong male figure to kind of say that's not the best move, you know. And so I'm going to use this to segue into RTS, Only the Strong, man. Like, what's going on with that, man?
Man, Road to Success. You know, it's a company where we manage artists, actors, producers, videographers, everything. You know what I'm saying? We got a nice, strong team. You know, it's led by me. Then I got my partner, Black, Will, and Gina. Gina handle the girls. And Black and Will handle really all of my affairs as well as going and doing their own thing, man. So we got a nice team together, and we really looking for, like, we had the first launch, and then we want to relaunch it. So we took a break, and we're going to relaunch it next month because we want to find different artists. See, I made a lot of mistakes along the way with bringing artists in and treating them as family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is the biggest mistake in the world, because when everything going good,
Mm-hmm.
it's all them. They did it. They the reason it's going good. But when things start tanking and going bad, it's your fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they don't value you, you know? They don't value what it is that you bring to the table because you make yourself easily accessible to them. You know what I'm saying? And you giving them whatever they need, you know, and we went through that with, it ain't really with a lot of artists over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That we had.
So why do it again? If motherfuckers are ungrateful, not saying ungrateful, but the education or the re-education, because it's about business.
It's about business, and that's the thing. We're going to keep it business this time. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to do the family thing, how we did it then, because I still got so many connects and so many plugs with all the label execs, I can pick up the phone right now and call people from Atlantic and Epic and
Right.
APG, whoever you name. I can
Right.
call the biggest people at the top of the ladder. So I still got those connects and those plugs. So it's like, you ain't gonna have them forever.
Right.
So while you got them, why not use it to your advantage and make some money as well as help save somebody's life? You know what I'm saying? Put somebody else in a
But
position
since
to
we
win.
right here, who do you see worthy of the work you put in that you would give that opportunity to? Who?
That's why they ain't on the team yet. I ain't found them yet. I'm looking for somebody as hungry as I was, who lived in the studio. I didn't look for no handouts. I ain't asked nobody to give me nothing. I got out in there and I made the people believe in me. We gassed them vans up, went city to city, state to state, putting up posters,
Right.
passing out CDs hand to hand. We went out there and let a person know that we serious about this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want this. And that's how we built the buzz through the Midwest as big as we did, because we went out there and made a person get it. Nowadays, these artists don't even want to get in the studio. Hey, man, you got $25 so I can get in the studio? Nigga, you can't put yourself in the studio. You don't want it, but you got a blunt in your hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a fifth in your back pocket. You got, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yeah.
What's more important to you? You want to hang out and kick it and do what you want to do with your money and spend my money on your dream.
Absolutely.
Fuck you.
Man, I was telling him when he came home, I'm like, look, man, if I can't Shazam a nigga music, or I can't Google you real quick and a YouTube video or something come up, I'm not interested, because you ain't even did your due diligence to get to that point to say, hey, I can invest in you. You ain't investing in yourself, so I definitely understand.
I'm going to say this, right? Because Big Bro, I don't know if you remember they had the jukebox where you can call.
Yeah.
They had they did a thing called Black Pirate Militia. You know, all from Southside, and they was getting traction. He's a hell of a producer and lyricist. I mean, he's talented as fuck. And I got locked up. I missed the opportunity because I'd have done something different with the talent and what they was doing. And one of the things they didn't do, in my opinion, they should already known you. It's a lot of shit in the city, and these players and movers and shakers, they should already know. When you walk through that door, y'all should already been greeting, hey, what's up, nigga? I ain't seen you since such and such. And that's one of the reasons to why he's talented as fuck, but he holds back, and I be pushing him. We get into it a lot. Nigga, you slowing it up. Now I could be a lot wealthier because you got the fucking skill. Send Bo that beat. Send that nigga, I might gotta take my time. Send that nigga the beat pack now, nigga. I might tell him to do that right now, and he'll come up with some shit. I'm like, this motherfucker slow, nigga. We need this dough, nigga.
A fact. You just hit it on the head.
This be because he's talented as fuck. Both of them. He do videos, and motherfuckers want to give him $400 for a video. Right. I'm like, damn, you can't, because you in the wrong room.
That's it. I was just about to say, you in the wrong circle.
Yeah.
You got to get out there, and you got to get out there and put yourself in them people's face. It wasn't nobody who we wasn't running up on. We seen Michael Jordan in the gas station. Ran up on, he like, oh, no, hold on, Mike. We from Chicago. You finna listen to this. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, that's a fact. Cat Williams run up on him and hey, what up? Don't know him from a hole in the wall.
Right.
What's happening? Put your arm. He like, hey, what's up? Yeah. Mecca running up on Jermaine Dupri. What up, Jermaine? Hey, Bo Deal over there. He one of the hottest dudes in the city.
That's me for them, but I was locked. That's me. So that's what this is.
Yeah.
That's what this is. When I see Bo, nigga, we need to be around Bo, nigga, because that's what you bring.
Yeah.
I get excited because everything you say, everything you embody in Chicago, that energy. Now we have this opportunity. I don't know when we had the opportunity again.
Right.
They got balloons and shit flying around. They may blow up any motherfucking minute. We don't know how long we got here, but while we here, I want the world to know my team is ready to represent Chicago. We love what we do. We love our people. And we want to be the next bridge to.
But see, I'm going to be real. You got it, though. Like, your demeanor and your aura is going to invite people in. It's the energy that you bring. And I'm just being real. Anybody know it. Go just Google the interview. I don't do a lot of interviews. I turn down interviews all day long. You know what I'm saying? But you came to how you presented yourself, the energy, it just felt right. It felt good. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hit them back.
Right.
And then we locked in. You know what I'm saying? Now we locked in. How I am, once we lock in and the energy is there, then we locked in. So we locked in.
But you know what it is, Bo? It's because I believe in them niggas.
Right.
I go harder for my niggas than I would for me because my niggas are a reflection of me. So that's what it was. I need you to know these niggas.
So you looking for artists, you looking for hungry artists, you know, that got that killer instinct, that know like, man, I'm going to bet on myself before anybody put a dollar in me. You know what I'm saying? So give me the blueprint of that artist. Like what are some of the core things outside of that killer instinct that you looking for in them artists?
I'm basically looking, I'm looking for the you ain't got to have the total image because we can build that. We can build it around you. But I really more so, it's 90% work ethic, 10% talent. You know what I'm saying? So the talent can be good, but I'm looking for somebody that's actually out there working and grinding and investing in themselves. If you won't invest in yourself, that show me you don't even believe in you. So why in the fuck should I believe in you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't about getting the money and spending. I had somebody tell me, because I made a post one day and I was saying, I ain't gonna buy $100,000 watch and I ain't got a house or own my car, own something, things of that nature. And they say, well, damn, you got Rolexes and you got that and this and that and jewelry. Yeah, but I got it when I was able to get it, when I could afford it. I wasn't going and buying that when I didn't have the money to even fund my career.
Right.
I put the money into my career and put the money into the real estate and into them houses that we was doing and all of that first to let my money work for me. You know what I'm saying? And then I was able to, okay, I made enough. I can spend 50 now. Or I can spend 75 on this. I made it. You know what I'm saying? To where it ain't gonna hurt me. You know, even like with the business. With the Carmi cakes, putting all that money behind that, we put about 100,000 into it to get it up and running. But why, you know, another man would have went and spent that 100 brought him a car and a chain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna invest that into something that's gonna bring more money in.
Right.
I want my money to work for me, man. I ain't gonna spend my money on all this Louis and Gucci and all that ain't no good 3 months from now, because now they got a new pair of shoes, a new sweater. You can't wear the sweater 4-5 times. He's saying that dirty ass nigga in that same Louis sweater.
Yeah, real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm in it again. Bitch, I paid $3,000 for this sweater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just really, really getting your mind right, man, and focusing on having your priorities in order and focusing on what really matter and things of that nature. Because the majority of the times we trying to impress people who don't have nothing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We're impressing people who don't have nothing. And then we're going to be right back broke with them same people we trying to impress. I'm not doing that.
Look, my son spent $600 on some day one, well, not day one, what they call, lost and found Jordan 1s, right? $600-something. You know, we just got back from Vegas and shit. He looking at my shoes like, man, Pops, man, them shoes slick. All I wear is Puma when I ain't got no steppers on. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, where you get down? I'm like, bro, I had these 3 years. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, though, like, I ain't got to run out there and get what's brand new or what everybody is saying is hot. What I put on, I'm going to make it hot.
Early on, you start off with saying that the lack of leadership from your father, the presence of your father kind of shaped a lot of things. So now that we know you're a husband and your father and your provider, let's speak on how that's the core of what Black America is missing.
I think it's needed because a lot of our young guys, they'll tell you, man, fuck a bitch. I don't trust no bitch. I ain't gonna bros over hoes and all that. That sound, and I have no disrespect because, you know, I have gay people in my family. I love them to death. But that sound gay to me. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime you can say you don't need a woman or this woman ain't, nah. I mean, every real leader have a good woman by his side. She the eyes in the back of your head. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't talking about, you know, and then a lot of guys don't like real women neither. So they basing their assumptions off of the thoughts that's on Instagram showing their ass and fucking for money and doing that. You know, them the type of women that they building, you know, they theory on. You know, when you got some good women out there, man, that's down, that's not out for what you got, that get out there and get it on their own. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's needed, man. So I know it feel good to me. Like I can show you,
because you got a ring on.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna keep wearing it. I can show you so many messages of Black men that say, man, bro, you make marriage look good, bro.
Speak on it.
You know what I'm saying? You make me want to find somebody and settle down. You motivate me to get out there and find a good woman and do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling them, it ain't a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna be perfect. You're gonna have your ups and your downs, but you stick through it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got something worth keeping.
Yeah, how long y'all been together?
We've been together like 6 years.
And you just got married, what, last year? Did y'all have a
Last
wedding?
year. Yep, last year. It'll be a year next month.
I see you putting that
Me
pressure
too,
on me,
me
man.
too.
Me and my girl, this is get ready. She our 6th year, so she gonna be like, you know. But she know what it is, though, man. Like we at that space, you know. And what's crazy, cause like out of a lot of my guys, they like, man, nigga, you really settling down, like, you know, cause they used
That's
to
what
me
I got.
being, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. And I'm one of the last of the Mohicans out of all my homies to get married. You know what I'm saying? And like, no knock against them. You know, I mean, I just wanted to, you know, not necessarily just continue having my way, but understand like what I want, what I need for real. Like what's gonna, you know what I'm saying, add on to where I'm at. I got to a place I tell a lot of people, bro, I was going out. There used to be a time I couldn't go to no club and I wasn't leaving with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got to a point, man, I'm going out, man, I'm busting bottles with chicks, VIP and shit. Not on my dime. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling them, y'all get home safe. That felt, as a man, that felt great. I knew at that point, man, I'm ready to share this world with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And like really build something. And that's something that I feel like a message that this generation of youngsters, they not hearing or they not seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a beautiful thing to see you, you know, showing that, man, that family man side, you know,
For sure.
that father being there, being present. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not just a beautiful thing, it's a God-given right. That's the way God structured the universe.
Fact.
He structured it that way for a reason. So I want to say for everybody out there who know Bo, right, look at the real things that he's doing. But they say behind every great man, there's a great woman.
Fact.
If you look at the foundation of what he's building, what I'm building, I got a ring on. I tell my wife every day, I'm still growing into this ring. It might be on my finger, but it really don't fit. Right? I'm growing into it because of my indoctrination.
Right.
Growing up, I lived next door to Bishop Magic Don Juan. Miss Campbell is his mama, used to come bake me cupcakes and cake and offer them to me. He'll pull up with his son Lil Mac. I didn't even know what pimp it was. I went out to the Bay Area, but that indoctrination of pimping the bitch and all this all on the bitch, it fucked me up. So I'm a slow learner. So now that I've had this time to be married to my wife, I don't know what, 2013, 14, 20, 10 years. 10 years, right? When I look at you, I see the growth. I see what we're missing. And I don't want them to miss that about your journey.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I don't want them to get caught up into everything. Listen, man, Bo is putting it down. He love his children. You
For
got
sure.
segment where you bring your daughter in.
For sure.
You know, you got pictures, you just did something on a Christmas where you came through, ho, 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 nigga, you did the, but that's family. And,
For
and at
sure.
the core of what's going to get us to the next level, not them streets, is finding somebody to love and that love you.
For sure. And it show them that you ain't got to be gangster and tough.
Right.
You can live life and joke around, have fun, man. Life is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Cherish it.
Yeah.
Live it. Live it up.
Oh, Omar, you just got married too, right? You got a ring on. Say something, nigga, so they can, you married, right? He married. You know what I mean? Big bro got love. He about to get married.
Who the hell told you that? Oh, let me not. Make sure I cut. Don't let me forget to cut that.
Yeah.
No, man, but that's what this is. We grown. We're not kids, and God has blessed us to get to this point to where we can even joke about being married, but we made that step. That's a hell of a commitment, Bo.
For sure. For sure. Like I say, man, I got to do everything right because who would have thought I'd live to see my 40s, man? Never. You know what I'm saying? Like I never, especially how reckless that we was out there. You know what I'm saying? So God showed me favor, man, you know, and I just got to put that energy back out there, man, try and save as many people as I can.
Absolutely.
You know? That's it.
Listen, because this interview, because he got so much going on, we gonna bring in Black. But before we bring in Black, we gonna talk about this just like that movie and / birthday party. We wanted you to get that in there. What? Talk to us about that.
Man, March 5th, red carpet celebration, man. It's gonna be lit. All my events be lit. We sold out we sold 2 showings out in a couple days. Was gone. You know what I'm saying? And it's so many people, like hundreds of people hitting me like, damn, it's too late. Can I? So I'm trying to go up to the theater to see if we can get a 3rd showing because it's sold out. But the movie, it's a dope movie with a dope message behind it. What even got me into the movies, Mike Epps had hit me and he like, man, I want to come up with this movie and shoot it in Chicago. So I can't disclose the name of that one and all that yet. But we started, he came up with everything. He gave the 1 page and then we put it all together and he like, we finna start shooting it. So what I need you to do now is come up with it. I'm gonna help you come up with a movie on your own to set the stage for the big movie with him. So I wrote it, you know what I'm saying? He helped me out with the script and did certain things, helped me write it, put it together, you know what I'm saying? We shot it, came out dope. We got some dope up and coming actors in it. We got myself, we got Mac Mecca, we got Queen Key in it, we got the son, we got Tay the actor, we got Dontario Hundun in it, we got we got a bunch of great actors in the movie, man. And it's really about a good kid, bad kid, and it shows the struggles of a good kid trying to stay on the right path, but how the hood sometimes can pull you in without you even knowing it. One mistake, you can throw your whole life away. So it's a dope movie, man. I can't wait for the people to see it.
As you can see, man, we got a new guest with us, Bo. Introduce the brother, man.
Right here, you know what I want to do. I be trying to tell him and my other partner, Will and Gina, they taking care of some other things right now. I like to let people know the team, so when I'm not around, they know the faces. Like, this is a guy who handled like all of my affairs. Anything that I need handled, he handled it. He'd call me and say, man, what you need me to do? If I tell him what it is, he handled it. I don't even have to check back. I know it's done. So you know what I'm saying? He actually been hands-on with a lot of the artists that we do. He hands-on in the community when we giving back to the community and things of that nature. It's my brother, you know, he was one of my best men at my wedding, you know what I'm saying? So you know, we done grew a brotherhood over the years, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, so explain to him, man, who you is, let him hear from you, you know, what you do and what you looking for.
Hey, I'm Black, you dig what I'm saying? I've been around Bo now for about, what, 6 years, Bo?
Yeah, it's been about 6.
About 6 years, but I've been knowing him before that. You know, we've been passing each other. We always knew the same videographer. You know what I'm saying? So we've just been passing and passing and passing. One day, we got together and we made, you know, we became partners. When he not there, I'm gonna take care of all the business to make sure it's straight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he don't even have to come where we at. I'm gonna take care of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Then I also have Will and we also have Gina. You know what I'm saying? So we a tight team. Now, the family thing with us is a family thing. You know what I'm saying? So we tighten it, you know. So anything he need me to do, I'm there. If I can't do it, I'll put it off on Will or Gina. You know what I'm saying? But if you see him, most likely you're gonna see me.
So since we got you, I want to ask this question. Our people feel, and it's a falsehood, that black men can't work together, friends can't work together, family can't work together. So how do y'all coexist? How do y'all make that happen, given that we got the stereotype that we ain't good for each other?
It's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? I was raised on loyalty. You know what I'm saying? So if I give you my loyalty, that's it for real. I'm there with you to the end. I don't care if we fall, go up, however we going, my loyalty is with you until you do something to make me say, you're not loyal anymore. Then I'll fall back. But me and him, our loyalty is jammed. It's like he get on me if I do something wrong. If he do something wrong, I get on him. You know what I'm saying? And by us being brothers, we can accept that. Because if you can't accept what another brother say to you and you call him your brother, then he really not your brother, man.
That's a fact. So, you know, I'm a firm believer that black men can work together. You know what I'm saying? We do it. And like I say, even with Gina, she the only female on the team. We might argue and cuss each other out over the phone. We didn't have well, fuck you, and hang up the phone. And then right after that, so what time you need me to handle this business? You know what I'm saying? We understand what it is, man. You know, and I understand, like, everybody ain't gonna see eye to eye. If we see eye to eye every day, all day, then one of us faking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to know when I'm doing something wrong. Let me know, hey, Bo, you wrong. You shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man that can accept that. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what happened? Me and my brother had this same conversation. I think the word is forgiveness. You know what I mean? To where I don't know if it's that heavy when it becomes, but it does take that. You got to be able to forgive and not be offended by the correction.
Fact.
Yeah. Knowing that person's heart, you know, knowing, like, I'm big on communication, but I understand that, like, everybody communicate differently.
Fact.
You know, so it's my job, those people who I place in my life, to understand their communication style, you know, and not be offended by it. You know, but going back to you guys, like, what's that moment that y'all say, man, you know what? It only makes sense for us to partner and do something together?
Well, I was with another person and things went bad, you know what I'm saying? Like he say, get your paperwork in order. I didn't have my paperwork in order.
Right.
So things happen. He seen it wasn't right, you know what I'm saying? And we talked about it. And it was like, man, come on over here and be a boss. So I came over there and I was a boss.
Right.
You hear me? So
That's what's up.
that was the end of the story. Yeah, you know?
Right.
That's what it's about. Like bosses want to breed other bosses.
Other bosses, that's a fact.
You know?
And I
That's what
tell
he
him,
did.
anytime you around somebody, if I'm ever in a circle and somebody tell me, hey, I'm in it, it ain't about the money. I'm just in it to try and help build this, I stay away from that. Because we all in it for the money. I'm not in it to build you up where you only get money and I ain't getting none. I'm in it so that we can sustain and we all can, you know what I'm saying, can gain something financially from this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's all a bunch of bullshit if a person tell you, it ain't about the money. I'm just here to help you. Here to help you get rich so I can, and I still starve, that's bullshit.
Right.
When you tell me that, I know you full of shit. I'm going the other way.
Yeah, that's real. You want your team to be strong. What Jay say, nobody will fall because everybody be each other's crutch.
Yeah, that's
you know
a
what
fact.
I'm saying? Like and it's important for us to show that, you know, to the youth that like as brothers, as black men, you know, we can stand next to each other. We can even disagree from time to time.
For sure.
You know, but we always gonna go back to the greater good at the end of the day. Like what's in the best interest of us all. Not me selfishly, but like this thing that we're building, you know what I'm saying? Like this gotta be here when we ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
This argument, this disagreement it's gonna fizzle
It's
out.
gonna fly by.
Yeah.
So since we speaking on that level, one of the greater things, which Cameron's, one of the best things you can do with your brothers, break bread. So right now we're gonna show you about the sponsorship coming from Bro. This is how you break bread. I've been waiting to break bread all morning with these delicious treats. Bo, take us to the next segment, Bo.
Man, you know, we brought y'all some cupcakes from our shop, man. My wife, you know, this is what she do. She had a passion for baking. She named the bakery after her mother who passed away from cancer. And man, taste of heaven. She said, you want to taste of heaven, and that's what you're going to get. So I brought y'all some cupcakes, man. We got some different flavors, man.
That's what I'm
You
talking
know what I'm
about.
saying? We got some chocolate, cookies and cream,
Oh, yeah.
French vanilla, salted caramel, red velvet, and wild strawberry. You know, so what I want to do, I want to bust these down, and I want y'all to try them on camera. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
so
yeah.
the people can see what it really is. And I want your honest feedback on it. So
Okay.
y'all can pick y'all favorite flavor from that. I'm gonna do one of these chocolate.
Okay,
Hey,
go
Bo,
ahead.
you know, most vice lords go to the pen, become Muslims, and the Muslim brothers usually be like, Hamdulillah, Hamdulillah. Hamdulillah.
What you got there? I'm gonna try this one right here. This one like that salted caramel
Yeah,
right
salted
here.
caramel.
Yeah, buddy.
I think this that velvet. But
Yeah.
what's the location, just in case they
Man.
want to partake?
Man, 158 North York Street in Elmhurst, Illinois. We downtown Elmhurst, right in between the movie theater and Starbucks.
Oh, okay, you about 15, 20 minutes from me.
Man, now you ain't got no excuse.
Exactly.
I want to see you there. You know? Now I want y'all to take a bite of this and then give me your feedback.
Hey, see, this is one of the perks of doing a show, but most importantly, doing a show with somebody got product. Master P say product outweighs talent. He said product don't talk back. So I'm about to eat this mother. See, I ain't had the Bo come. He got product.
So what you
I'm
what
gonna
you
say
think
this
about
right
it?
now. Molly's ain't got shit on this right now, bro. They ain't got shit on this right now, man. I mean, the flavor is there. You know, it ain't overly sweet. It's just right, man. Like
Moist.
it's what that took the words out of my mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this is delicious, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And we
Yeah.
shouldn't say that it's a black-owned business, but for some reason, everybody feel that white ice is colder than black ice. They feel that the white dollar more important than the black dollar, but
Yeah.
it is not, man. So I have to say that on behalf of this shit here, man. Hey, product, man. But you got to have quality product too. So just because we
Absolutely.
eating these cupcakes, don't think y'all can go bake some cupcakes because you got to really know what the fuck you doing. This shit.
Yeah, man. No, this where it's at. Look, man, I didn't want to say, man, we need to take a break. Let me knock this down real quick.
No,
you know?
what we're gonna do?
Mm.
Because you know the sugar do something to you. So we gonna talk about that that checking in, right? And I know here in Chicago, most people come to a city like Chicago, and even Debney was talking about it when they had Big U. You remember they did the they thing with Big U. It
Haitian
was
Jack.
Haitian
Haitian
Jack.
Jack, yeah,
and
my
the boy-
people.
Shit, he gonna kill me. How important is it having a representative to help you navigate when you pull up to certain cities? Or is it just some bullshit to where they actually pushing the line to kind of extort you? Or
Now, I'm going to say this. I think a lot of people get it twisted when they hear the word checking in. Because checking in don't mean I got to come to your city and pay you to protect me.
Right.
Checking in is checking in with your people. You should have people in every city if this is what you're doing, because they the natives there. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how strong you think you is, you ain't stronger than nobody in their own city.
Absolutely.
So anytime I hit Atlanta, yeah, I'm going to check in. I'm going to hit Flock and them. I'm going to hit my people.
Right.
The brothers down there, hey, I'm on the land. And they going to let me know, okay, you good? Or put somebody with me to make sure that I'm good. Or, yeah, hey, you know it's hot over there, so don't go through there. Make sure you need that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm too big to check in. Ain't nobody. And them the people that get hurt, man. And then a lot of people just talk just to sound tough. You know what I'm saying? They want to sound tough. They don't want to be the one who checked in or got up with your people. But I check in every city that I'm with, and it ain't got nothing to do with no money. I ain't never had nobody say, man, pay me to do this. No, I hit my people when I'm on their land. It's like paying respects to the land. I respect the law of the land. That's how you survive. You know what I'm saying? A lot of mistakes that people make, you wouldn't make if you was with the right people in those same cities. They'll tell you, no, we ain't going over there. It's hot over there. No, we're going to go do that over here.
so let's stay right there. Because the brethren, man, and shout out to Gillian Wallow. I love those dudes. They got the blueprint on a lot of this, and they got the game. And so they was asking a question because they did check in. So what happens when checking in goes wrong? Who's at fault for that, given the situation with the amigo?
See, that's a situation I really can't touch on because you don't know. Like I can have some people who hit me because everybody know when Gucci or French Montana or Waka or Trader True or anybody, when they in Chicago, they hit me. I ain't gonna say they checked in with me because they don't need to check in, but they hit me. We on your land. And I bring out people to make sure that they good. You know what I'm saying? But my people and them know not to overstep certain boundaries. But if one of they people up the gun or did something, who knows how that's gonna turn out? Which is why you gotta blame whoever was at the top, because somebody should have been there to alleviate that situation before it even got there. When they seen it heating up, step in the middle. Hey, these are our people, these guests. The fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is.
So with that, real quick, do you think you need professional security to step in when it's escalating like that? And say, hold on, this might be getting to a point where we need to step in and correct some things?
I think you need the natives, the people, whoever you with. If you with somebody, now if you with your professional security, then it ain't even gonna go that far because their job is to get you in and get you out. But if you there if I'm in your house, that's just like he invited me here. I'm here. I'm his guest. If something going on between me and you, he should be the one to step in immediately and dead that situation. Hey, this a guest. He here for what you on, bro?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And make sure that I leave the same way that I came. Like that's how I do. My track record's so A1. Anybody, and I've been doing it for years, ain't nobody left with a hair touched on their body that was under my watch. Cause I'm gonna bring out the guys that I know that honor and respect me to the fullest. So they not gonna do nothing to tarnish my image or my reputation. You know? So I think that's what's needed. But I'm also not hanging with the guys. Like they tell me this, hey, why don't you come hang out with the guys, with the shorties? No, I'm not gonna hang out with the shorties because then they'll start viewing me as one of their peers and not an authoritative figure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When they think of me, they think of, oh, that's the big homie. He ain't popping out to this. They respect me as such because I'm gonna always carry myself like that. So I'm not finna be here in a dice game with these. And if I am, as soon as I see something heating up, all right, that's it. Dead that shit. It's over with, man. Come on, bro. You my people. Let me get you back on your bus so y'all get up out of here. Hey, man, don't you never disrespect our guests. We got a guest here. We're going to make sure that we treat them as such. You know what I'm saying? So that all go to the leadership. You know, a lot of people not built to have leadership qualities. You know what I'm saying? That ain't to say nothing against Jay Prince Jr., none of them, because I don't know they situation. But how I come up and where I come up at, we gonna make sure that if I don't have control over the guys that I'm bringing out to protect you, then they have no business being there.
Man. And do they even listen, man? I wanted to say a quote, but I know Kanye West used this man's name, and in the history books, his name is something that you should never speak on, but he did have some things that I would agree with. He had one saying to say, kill them all and start all over. Sometimes is it with certain things, do you just got to take a motherfucker out the way because they just ain't gonna listen?
I think the ones that just won't listen, you make an example out of them in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that'll get the other ones in line. But who want to sacrifice they life for their freedom for that, which is why it's gone so far now, because ain't nobody going to step up to the plate and do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think these shorties, I think they will listen, because I got a lot of shorties that be with me, young ones, that don't listen to a lot of people, but they listen to me. It's all about the person who delivering the message. You know what I'm saying? So if you somebody that they respect, then they definitely going to listen. I got a lot of wild shorties that be up with everything. And when I tell them, man, that's dead, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go sit down. They gonna go sit down. Now, after I leave or whatever, you know, they get back to what they doing. But while I'm there and I'm on locations, which means if I bring some of my guests here, my guests gonna leave untouched, for sure. Not by the, now if something happened outside where you bump heads with some other people, then that could go anyway. But they're never gonna be harmed by somebody that I brought out to make sure that they was good. That's a fact.
Now, you said something that's very important. You said, you know, man, I don't hang out and pop out, you know, with the shorties or whatever, because that puts me in a space of a peer.
Yeah.
And as an OG, what other responsibilities do you see it as being an OG that you owe to this younger generation to hold yourself, you know, accountable for?
I feel that I have to lead by example and give them that real talk. I'm not gonna tell them what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I done did so much. I feel it's my job, duty, and obligation to try and right some of them wrongs. You know what I'm saying? So I let them know, hey, I done did this, and it ain't do nothing but get me a whole lot of jail time and a lot of dead homies. You know, I talk to them in the language in which they gonna understand, and then they know my struggle. They know the penitentiary bits I done did. They know the mobs I done ran. They know the respect that I get in the streets, so they know it's real. So you know what I'm saying? So they know where they at. I done been where they at. So, and I don't judge them. See, that's the thing. A lot of old guys judge them. They be like, man, old niggas always talk. I can't never judge you because I was once you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
But the difference is I didn't have nobody to tell me, come and pull my coattail and try and show me a better way. My OGs was putting the guns and the packs in our hands, sending us on the mission.
Right.
I remember clear as day, I ain't gonna say no names, but it was 5 of us. And he put us in a circle and he say, man, I'm trying to build a diabolical crew of killers. And you been chosen, you on that team. And it was like an honor for me. I felt good, like, yeah, I'm chosen to be one of them hitters for the mob. Not realizing I was a dumbass nigga. I was one of the send-off men, a junkie that they was gonna use to send us through them joints and shut people down and do all that so they can go put their work on it and get rich while I'm still broke sliding to try and shut down the next joint. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the older guys misled and abused the younger guys, which is why a lot of the younger guys don't trust a lot of the older guys, because they was misused and abused. When they tell you some shit like, oh, it ain't about what the mob can do for you, it's about what you can do for the mob. No, bitch, if I'm doing something for anything, it should be a two-way street. It's what we doing for each other. It ain't what I can do for you and make you elevate and reach these heights while I'm still down here. It makes no sense. But they brainwashed us so much to where it's like now I'm at the point to where I'm trying to show these shorties the right way, trying to tell them some real spiel, give them some real talk, some real game. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they respect.
So what are some of the strategies? Because it takes a strategy, because we know violence beget violence. So we don't want to just cut off their water, totally not fuck with them. I want you to answer the question too, right, Black? So what are some of the strategies that you've known to work of how you move?
Resources, man. Like you can't come and tell somebody, hey, listen, stop doing this because it ain't gonna work. Nah, they ain't gonna listen because they like, shit, I ain't making no money. But if you tell them, hey, stop doing this, I got a job over here to help you get this. You make this for doing this and doing that. Put that down. Then listen, you gotta come with something. If I come open-handed, they like, what the fuck he talking about? Man, stop doing
money.
what, to starve? I gotta eat. So you gotta come with something. You gotta bring more resources into the hood, man. That's the only way it's gonna work.
Black, what you say?
Basically, I'm gonna piggyback on what he said. It's the truth, you know. If they don't have no money coming in, they're gonna be out here being wild, rob, steal, take, because they ain't got nothing coming in. But like he said, you bring something to them, they're gonna be like, okay, I can listen to him because he making my pocket fat, and I ain't got to rob, steal, and go to jail. You know, so that's what makes them listen. You know what I'm saying? So I say the same thing he said. I'm piggyback off of what he said. It's the facts.
So say you come with the resources, the job, and opportunity, but they got to go back and relearn. They got to sit down. They got to learn some new things. Are they even willing to learn something new to put food on the table? Different ways.
Yeah. I see
That's
it.
for it's not a lot.
No, it's a lot, bro. In our program, bro, it be if you come over there and ready Chicago and all that, it's a gang of shorties over there.
Yeah, I don't see
You know what I'm saying? It's a gang of them. You know, of course, it's a lot of them that still doing, but it's a lot of them that won't change. When you sit down and you talk to them, man, I talk to some of the people who they say some of the worst guys in the world, and they be saying, bro, I don't want this. Man, you think I like this looking over my shoulder? I got a son, bro. You think I love this? This what they tell me. And if I named some names and showed you some messages from some killers who the streets scared of, who tell me, bro, I respect you because you don't judge us and you ain't playing no sides. You will help us like you help them. It's a lot of them. So I know they don't want that, but they don't have no better way. If you ain't got no alternative or no other way, what do? You go back and resort to what you know. I tell people this all day long. I'm not a good guy. I'm a bad guy trying to be good. So let me be good, because if you push my back against the wall, I resort back to what I know.
Survival.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's with anybody. You resort back to what you know.
Yeah, and that goes back to, you know, like, you can instill that into these shorties, but they're not under your roof. They got to go back home to somebody's roof, to somebody else's understanding, and all that get undone. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to understand that it's not just you saying this thing to this person one time. You know, it's a complete process. It's going to take that village like it took when we was shorty.
For sure. Yeah. We knew our neighbors back then.
Yes.
Nowadays, you don't know your neighbors. You're not helping the old lady up the block with the groceries. Come on, man. You know, it's a big difference.
Right.
That we need to get back to the basics.
I think it's the fear too. You know, I'm a West Side cat, but I went to CVS. I went way on 87th from Roosevelt, right there by Jewtown. I grew up right there in Jewtown at the village, and I would travel way to CVS. I didn't have fear of doing something different, putting myself out there. And I think now, because of the way things are, man, they very selective. They're not willing to step out on faith, try something different, and be patient while the process works itself out. Because when you're talking about these people, I'm asking you to be patient, to learn something new, trust the process. It may take you 12 months. And because of that time frame, a lot of us like, man, I need it now, instant gratification. Nigga, I'm used to going to get it. I can't trust next year.
Right. But we have programs too, like where you get paid to go back to school and get your GED and all that, where they getting a check to get you getting paid it's a flip program where we pick some of the hot blocks in the city, that's some of the hottest blocks, get like 4-5 shorties on that block, $100 a day. And all your job is to stay in your hood. Don't do no sliding. Get off the internet. If something happen, we got somebody we can call and say, hey, what's happening, to try and get it squashed. And in those areas that flip program is put in, the violence is reduced dramatically in those blocks. So it's more. We need more of that. We got to bring more. You got to bring more to the table.
Let me ask you this now. Do you ever get frustrated when you talking to the youngsters and you can't get through to them?
For sure. Yeah, you're going to get frustrated. But, you know, we frustrated our parents and the older guys. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? My mama was frustrated, and, you know, sometimes some people gotta learn on their own. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't learn from the
You
mistakes.
can't save them all.
You can't save them all. It's impossible.
Do you ever find yourself, because I've been in this place where, you know, one of the youngsters, they confronted with a situation, they expressing it to you, and you giving them like, nigga, killer advice. You like just squashing that whole problem with a solution, and you realize, damn, this was me 20 years ago. I didn't even realize I had maneuvered through that thing. You ever come across them moments?
All the time, but I don't really find too many of them that was like me, because I was a leader. A lot of these guys ain't leaders. When I'm talking to the ones who got authority and got influence over their block, they listen because they understand, because they in that position for a reason. But when I talk to the ones that's just out there wild, I be like, this motherfucking nigga just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? He, man, they
need
like
a violation right now.
He like,
Violate
yeah.
right there.
They like, OG, I respect you, OG, but them niggas, we spanking them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So we can't help them.
Hey, before we wrap this up, man, because I know you got a lot of things to do. Let's go back and let them know what you got coming up, from the movie to the RTS to the karmic cakes to any and everything that you're doing that you want the people to know.
Man, you know, we got karmic cakes first and foremost that's popping. We selling that almost every day. You know, getting ready for the summer, man. You know, that's 158 North York Street, Elmhurst, Illinois, right downtown. We got the RTS popping. Me, Black, and then we out. You know, looking for the team, the right team to move forward. We got the movie, and just like that, dropping March, the premiere, red carpet birthday celebration, March 5th. Then March 6th, the movie will be available for download from us to the consumer. My man Boosie, you know, he like, man, he told me all the money he done made off BoosieMovies.com. He like, bro, before you send it to them other sites, put it on your platform first. He say you might sell 10, even if you don't sell 100,000, you sell 10,000 units. That ain't gonna be hard with your following and the support that you get. You sell 10,000 at $14.99, that's still $150,000 within that 30 days before it go to all the other platforms. So we doing that, and then we got our Perfect Vision Empowered, my non-for-profit. That's you know, we got the money coming in within the next couple months, so we're gonna be back in the hood, stumping the blocks, giving back to the kids, feeding the community and things like that. And man, we just working, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to see me back on here again, you know what I'm saying? Off the strength, off the muscle the next time.
Y'all
like
heard it.
We built a relationship. We got a good rapport, man. We gonna keep this going, man. Ain't no stopping. We're going to keep working.
Before you get out of here, I definitely got to ask you about, man, that Straight Drop Uncut, man.
Straight Drop Uncut. We launching it again April. We it's crazy you just said that, but we got some good people that say, you know, we got their word on it, so we're gonna kick it back off. We got G Herbo, we talked to Dirk, we talked to man, a bunch of people. So we finna kick it back off with some big names and some big influencers to kick it back off the right way. So when we do drop, you can expect it to keep coming back to back to back to back. Chella had moved to California, so we wasn't able to film like that. And then when she come back, you know, the timing was off, but she back in Chicago. We're getting everything set back up, getting the location set up, and we finna get back to it.
That's what's up. Shout out Chella H.
Chella Age, but the merch you got on, you ain't said nothing about the merch. You got the
Venom. Let me tell you about Venom, right? Okay. Venom 30. It's my man Tay Tay thing, because a lot of people, I just want to clear this up for everybody. Venom 30 belongs to my man Tay Tay. He started this. This was a clothing line that was designed for his mother who died from cancer. The 30 is the day that, you know what I'm saying, she died on. You know what I'm saying? So he made the brand for her. You know what I'm saying? I like the design. My man Red had hit me and say, man, my man got a clothing line. He want to give you some stuff. He brought the stuff to me. I started wearing it. I said, okay, it's good merch. Tay hit me. He say, man, bro, I want to do something with you. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and we can work it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some paperwork or whatever. He like, all right, cool, let's get the paperwork. I ain't stand on top of it. You know what I'm saying? I start, if you notice, nobody was wearing. I started wearing this shit, making it look good. Now it's everywhere.
Rick Ross I seen Rick Ross and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Before that, we had Gilly the Kid in it. Walker stamp, Woo the Kid stamp. But everybody, Mike, everybody stamp. And then it started taking off. So it's doing good now. You know what I'm saying? So I just be wanting people to know, you know who got this brand hot. Anything I touch, I bring value to. And that's my brother. So I just be wanting people to know this is not my merch. I'm behind it and I'm tied in with it. We got some business ventures with it. But it's my brother Tay-Tay, you know what I'm saying, line. So I don't like to take nobody credit or take nobody shine because, you know what I'm saying? I know sometimes down the line, a person might start feeling, you know what I'm saying? So I make sure I clear that up and let the people know, no, I'm supporting him. We got on the business side, you know what I'm saying, that's doing it. But everybody know, I got this brand. I put this brand in because if I throw on something, I make it look good. Do I make this look good or not?
All right, hey, look, man. So final words before we get out of here. Is there any final words from you brothers, man? You want to lead it off, bro?
Man, I just thank y'all for having me, man. I think it's a beautiful platform, man. I love y'all setup and what you're doing, man. I love the energy that you bring, man. It's a great environment, man. Feel good, man. For all the shorties, man. Life is bigger than that 4-block radius that you living on, man. Any day that you alive and free is a beautiful day, man. Make the best of it.
We want to give thanks to our brother Bo Deal for coming chopping it up some game with us today on this couch. Extra special thanks to our sponsor, Playpen Vodka. Pour, then play. And remember, this is a product for the people, by the people, where dreams go further than bullets. We out of here, you squares. Peace.
Please don't give up now. Please don't give up on me. Don't you give up.